Here we go.
Week in review.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'll explain to you why I'm laughing in a second. Fernando Rivera Jr. here, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con with the common sense and random shit show. Because it is what it is. I'm laughing. Anyway, what a week, huh? I'm laughing because I obviously downloaded it and uploaded a video onto here that I can share. It's one of the channels I like to share stuff. It's called Channel Civari. You know, they take videos and put stuff together and make it a little comical because it's nonsense. You know what I mean? It really is. But it has to do with AOC. AOC, yes. The Puerto Rican American, like this guy, Puerto Rican American, two genders. And how much of an idiot she is. We all know this already, especially if you have common sense. But, you know, I've said before, the worst, to me, type of liberal is a dumb Hispanic liberal. They're the worst. I'm Hispanic. I can say that. It's like, you know, black people can say the N-word and nobody says anything. As soon as anybody says it, hey, racist. Well, I'm Hispanic. And this Hispanic with common sense cannot stand liberal that are Hispanic because most of them are dumb. And AOC is like at the top of the list. I am just saying in this video. Like I said, I uploaded it and I just watched the whole thing. You know, most of these guys, I like to share their shit and I trust all their content because all the time is on point. But I finally just watched it right before I went on live. I watched the whole thing and I'm sitting here crying in tears how it ended. But anyway, yeah, let's share it. See, buddy.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, no mistakey.
The Honorable Ms. Ocasio-Cortez. I yield to her such time as she may consume.
I thank the gentleman Representative Green for his graciousness. Today, the Republican House Majority.
By the way, not only do I think she's the dumbest, but she's also evil, an idiot, evil, and disgusting. Just saying.
Brought to the floor a resolution honoring the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk. We should be clear about who Charlie Kirk was. A man who believed that the Civil Rights Act that granted Black Americans the right to vote was a mistake. Who, after the violent attack on Paul Pelosi, claimed that, quote, some amazing patriot, unquote, should bail out his brutal assailant. And accused Jews of controlling, quote, not just the colleges, it's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it, unquote. His rhetoric and beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans.
His rhetoric and beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans.
Please, look who's talking.
These people, and I can tell you, in my experience, I have encountered many billionaires in my career. You all have seen many of those encounters in hearings, in other, forms of questioning, etc. I can tell you that This dude is probably one of the most unintelligent billionaires I have ever met or seen or witnessed. The United States is running concentration camps on our southern border, and that is exactly what they are. They are concentration camps. And if that doesn't bother you, I don't... Ignorant?
You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What did you mean by that?
I think what I meant is like the settlements that are increasing in some of these areas and places where Palestinians are experiencing difficulty in access to their housing and homes.
Do you think you can expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd also I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue, you know.
Uneducated. And I just thought to myself, they got inside. And so I hide behind my door like this, like I'm here, and the bathroom door starts going like this. Like the bathroom door is behind me, or rather in front of me, and I'm like this, and the door hinges right here. And I just hear, where is she? Where is she? And this was the moment where I thought everything was over. I thought everything was over.
And she lied.
It's all right, you're safe. You're safe. We got you. We're here.
I'm on fire!
Okay. It's all right, you're not on fire!
I knew it, you're lying! I'm burned! You're not on fire! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Look, your help's coming.
Wait a minute.
It's Cal Norton.
Again! Please don't let the invisible fire burn my friend! Ah! Yay!
Look at that big ass. Look at that big, juicy booty. This Latina.
You know, funny shit about her is I don't even like that actor. There's one or two movies maybe I may have liked, but that shit was funny. I never watched that movie. I think I'm going to just for that, because every time I see it, I'm going to remember of this jerk. Why is she still where she is? And she may run for president? Holy shit. What does this country come to? Yeah. Wow. And, you know, there's other stuff that's been going on. You know, Jasmine crock of shit with the fake eyelashes, wannabe ghetto chick, talking about, you know, by committing a crime doesn't make you a criminal. Damn, dumbs for you. That's dumbs for you, man. Freaking idiot. Anyway, stupid is as stupid does. Another stupid week.
So tell me what you know about the gripers so that you don't find them online, because you need to avoid them, correct?
Yes, they are alt-right members.
Mm-hmm.
They're Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
They support Nick Fuentes and Donald Trump.
Uh-huh, but what about the memes? What are the memes you have to be careful about?
This is a Groiper frog.
Yeah, that's Pepe. Yeah, we know that one. What else? What are the ones we don't know?
The Wojaks.
Okay, there you go. That guy. What else?
Friend World.
Ask your kids.
American Beer.
Hang on. Hang on. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Stone toss.
Okay. So you need to be careful.
I'm not done. Red panels.
Good Lord, how many are there? How many are there?
Antones. And a white man, but I'm not showing that.
Okay. There's a lot. Ask your kids. Seriously.
I'm going to try not to blame people who voted this guy in, because I genuinely think that it's not entirely your fault. They played on your emotions. They promised you a better life. They gave you a purpose. And whether or not they've told you what they were going to do, now they're doing terrible things to Americans. Cutting SNAP, cutting cancer research, cutting Medicaid. Like, those are bad. Those aren't, like, good things. And I know you know that. I'm just tired of hating the regular people who just either got tricked or didn't know enough or what have you. Even if you believe in him and what he's doing wholeheartedly, I don't hate you. I hate the system. I hate the manipulation tactics that they're using. I hate the language that is being used to sow division. I'm just tired of being mad all the time.
So do you get it now? Do you get why leftists have been pushing for equality and equal rights for people who are trans or LGBTQIA? Do you get it? It was to prevent things like this from happening. And a lot of us said, hey, the research shows that when you alienate people from society and you basically berate them for who they are, they can turn violent, especially in a country with ample access to firearms. This is exactly what we were trying to prevent. Do you get it now?
Yep. Facts don't have opinions. I'm just saying it is what it is. Hashtag walkaway. Not a lot of people have heard of this. I'm actually surprised, especially people I'm around. One of my coworkers yesterday, he mentioned to me that his dad is a Trump supporter. But, he has his feelings about certain things. No one's perfect. Trump isn't perfect. But to call him anything other than a patriot, like Nazi, dictator, is just not just ignorant, dangerous, and evil. Nobody's perfect. He's not perfect. Is he perfect to be president? Yes. And he's proving it. Obviously not to the left, because nothing he does at all is good, no matter how good it is. But hashtag walkaway. A lot of, I was talking to my coworker. He never heard of hashtag walkaway. And he's always on social media, but and he's not a political person, but he knows his shit. This debate I had with my coworker the other day, he actually looked some stuff up, and we had a conversation about it. Seemed intelligent. I'm not forcing any of my political views on him, but he sees the light. He has common sense. But he never heard of hashtag walkaway. So I'm sure the one or two that are watching me, maybe one of you two haven't heard of it. People at work, my other job, because I have 3 jobs, like 2 genders. Not really, but I'm just saying. Never heard of it. So even though they got millions of followers, thousands and thousands upon people walking away from the Democratic Party and posting their personal videos, a lot of them are it's amazing, powerful. And this next video by hashtag walkaway, it highlights recent walkaways and, of course, the evil from the insane left. I was watching this video earlier from Jocko Willink. I believe it's his latest video. I forgot the name of it. I'm going to probably put it in the description later on after I get out of work, because I'm literally going from here to work. Very, very powerful video. But anyway, hashtag walkaway, check it out. As I said, excuse the evil from the left, because there is no excuse for how they're behaving for this murder, this disgusting murder, and their disgusting behavior. But still, it's waking up a lot of true Americans that really love this country. I'm just saying, check it out.
Yes, he deserves to die, and I hope he burns in hell.
The left has a violence problem, and Charlie Kirk being shot is proof.
I just came here to announce my official divorce from the Democratic Party.
Going forward after today and seeing how liberals and leftists and Democrats are acting towards this, I am never voting Democrat again. Ever again. For the rest of my life, I will always vote Republican.
This Charlie Kirk thing kind of put the nail in the coffin of me being a Democrat. I was slowly moving away from it anyway because I was noticing certain things.
Did you see that Charlie Kirk just got shot and killed?
That's good.
Wow, that's good.
The reason I am so critical of the Democratic Party right now is because I literally just left it, just like a lot of other people.
Whoever did this just fucked up. And I'm seeing a lot of people who were on the left say that they're no longer going to be on the left anymore.
Since leaving the Democratic Party, I no longer have an oppressed, depressed mindset. I hold myself accountable for my actions. I'm closer to God.
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed. How do you feel?
Happy. Goodbye.
Wow.
Charlie Kirk gets shot and killed today. We're just getting people's opinions. How do you feel about that?
Girl, someone had to do it. And that's how I feel at this point in time.
So breaking fucking news, Charlie Kirk got shot in the fucking neck. That was the last bastion. I can't be a liberal no fucking more. You see the fucking comments? I hope the gun is okay.
Democrats right now, it seems like all they think about is, oh my God, he disagreed with me. Oh my God, he doesn't agree with me. Oh my God, he disagreed with me. I'm sorry, but I cannot be a part of a party that's doing that, because that's not a party. That is a cult.
If you voted Democrat, like I did, you voted for a party that does not exist anymore.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
Well, breaking news, folks. Seems somebody just took a shot at one of the Fanta-Fast's favorite 5-mile-wide mouthpieces, Charles Chuckle Kirk.
This party has lost its way. The Democratic Party, let's be honest, has become demonic and barbaric. And I, as a Christian, can't be a part of that anymore.
If you actually believe in free speech, if you actually believe in democracy, you cannot be cheering on violence just because it's happening to one of your political opponents. This isn't how healthy countries act, and this isn't going to end well for anyone.
This is disgusting. A lot of people are acting really gross about this, and I feel horrible for his family. It's honestly just like kind of scary. He was so young and he was just on a college campus debating.
In 5th grade, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm a sinner, I'm selfish, I'm broken, and only thanks to Jesus' perfect sacrifice, coming and living a perfect life, that I get something I do not earn but has been given to me, this free gift of eternal life.
They should see this video so they can understand what the left is really about. So they can know when they see people dancing and laughing in celebration that Charlie Kirk is dead, that this is what they want.
Gigi, our daughter, just ran into my arms. And I talked to her and she said, Mommy, I missed you. I said, I miss you too, baby. She goes, where's Daddy? What do you tell a 3-year-old? She's 3. I said, baby, Daddy loves you so much. Don't you worry. He's on a work trip with Jesus.
Powerful video. Yeah, it pisses me off. You know, the way these people celebrate, it's disgusting. It really is disgusting. But anyway, on X, I've saved a few things I wanted to share. Check it out. First off, Charlie Kirk goes off on a racist. You know, people, Charlie Kirk was racist, especially that piece of shit coworker from the other day. But I've seen several videos since then of just the opposite.
So we found a video of Charlie Kirk actually going off on a real racist. Check out this clip.
I want to ask a question of you. What does it mean to be an American? Is it an idea or a history, a shared history, or is it a skin color?
Well, I mean, you could go back to the original founding fathers, the Immigration Act of, I believe it was.
What does it mean to be an American? Is it a skin color or something else?
So there's the current idea of what it means according to, you know, the Hart-Celler Immigration Act and, you know, all this bullshit that you guys spew. But if you go back to the original founding fathers, they intended this to be a European nation for white men of good stock and character.
So, can you show me, let me answer the question. Can you show me where in the United States Constitution it says that?
It wasn't in the Constitution.
It wasn't in the Constitution because they didn't believe it.
The founding...
You, sir, they did not put it in the United States Constitution. Let me answer another question. Let me ask you another question since you support. Allow him to have the mic. Let me ask you another question,
founding
sir.
Fathers wrote many
what
other
does the
documents
phrase,
other than the United
sir,
States Constitution, and they made it
sir,
explicitly clear that
what does the phrase e pluribus unum mean? What does the phrase e pluribus unum mean?
Why is that relevant?
Because it was on every founding document and presidential seal from our founding, which means out of many, one. You, sir, and your ideology is not conservative. It is right-wing, identitarian, and has no place in the conservative movement, my friend. Get out of line. Get out of line. USA, USA, USA.
So yeah, so far 2 days in a row, I've shown 2 videos. I'm sure there are plenty more to contradict these assholes on the left claiming that he was a racist. It drives me nuts that I actually witnessed one of these jerkwads at one of my jobs. And to say, as I said yesterday, that he had it coming, I got to deal with this shit. Liberals are planning on protesting Charlie Kirk's funeral on Sunday in Arizona.
Of America, we have some disturbing bullshit coming out about liberals and Charlie Kirk's funeral. So apparently liberals are planning on protesting Charlie Kirk's funeral in Arizona. Yes, so if you're in a biker gang of any kind, we kind of need you out in Phoenix, Arizona, Sunday outside of the stadium where Charlie Kirk's funeral's gonna be. Liberals are doubling down because they don't know how to do anything else. Now these asswipes are talking about protesting a man's funeral. Kind of like Fred Phelps when he used to protest soldiers' funerals. Remember that asshole? And he was one of the most vile human beings ever. Yeah, liberals are now Fred Phelps. Yes, remember that guy? Liberals have now become Fred Phelps. Protesting a funeral. I mean, that is some crypt keeper ass shit behavior. I want to see these assholes rounded up and thrown in the paddy wagon. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm just gonna tell you, Democrats, liberals, progressives, it didn't work out very well for the church that was protesting funerals. I guarantee it's not gonna work out well for you in the next election cycle if you're seen doing this. Mark my words, liberals, if you protest Charlie Kirk's funeral, it will be used against you for the next 30 fucking years. You do not understand the low numbers that will come out and vote for you. It is gonna be so pitiful, you thought it was was a career of pitifulness. So for the survival of the Democrat Party, do not go out there and protest Charlie Kirk's funeral. You will be making a grave fucking error. I promise you on God, that will be the last part of your legacy. If you want to see how the Democrat Party dies, protesting Charlie Kirk's funeral's where it starts. I know the snarky, sarcastic, narcissistic behavior's permeating everywhere, and that's the cornerstone of your political party. But for basic self-preservation, stop. How fucked up can you be? I mean, I'm serious. You will never be elected dog catcher after this.
Facts. Man, I didn't watch that whole thing. I actually saw the beginning of it, and I was like, you know what? Let me save this and share it. Great video. I'm just saying, I mean, seriously, come on, man. Sorry, my bad. Protesting a funeral. How evil can you be? Fucking assholes. Let's see here. AOC, do you want this violence and division to continue? Clear Patriot. Why else would you and 58 other House Democrats vote against honoring Charlie Kirk's life and legacy, if not to perpetuate this violence and division? 100%.
If AOC doesn't want to honor Charlie Kirk along with 58 other Democrats. See, they all voted no to the House resolution honoring Charlie Kirk's life. Why on earth would you vote no to that? If you want to stop being so divisive, you don't believe that any of these comments your side is making, I'm going to say that lightly, these comments that are hateful and divisive. You don't want to condemn that. You don't want to try to move forward with some unity. You just want to vote no. I can't imagine having that much hate in your heart that you wouldn't want to unify our two parties, seeing this tragedy. But instead, all you've done, AOC, since it happened, like an hour after it happened, you got on camera and did an interview. All you've done is try to find a way to blame Republicans. And the only thing I can think of as her excuse going forward, because, you know, they can never tell the truth, is that she will say he was not an elected official. Okay, so when are you going to submit some legislation to stop honoring Martin Luther King Jr.? And no, I am not in support of that. That is not something that I want to happen. This is just for the point. When are you going to do that? If that's your reason, I would love to hear how you explain that. The only thing I can see is that you guys love to be divisive. You guys love the drama of it, and you guys are in support of everything negative happening to our party. You don't want unity. You don't want us to move forward. You just want this to continue because, you know, it's easier to get those votes. It's easier to convince people to stay on your side if they live in fear of the boogeyman that doesn't even exist.
Always saying how as it is, clear patriot, love it. Jesus was born from Palestine. He was Palestinian. His skin was brown. He wasn't blonde, and he hated capitalism. What is your reaction? Oh, Jesus, why do I say this? Holy shit. Oh, liberals are now demanding the immediate termination of the federal agent who threw congressional candidate cat, blah, 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 whatever. I can't even say that. Hold on, I gotta watch this again. He had a mask on. We aren't done fighting for you either. I'm just saying. Oh, that's another situation that pissed me off to the core. Yeah, I don't have. I'd like to play another one of yours, Clear Patriot. I will watch it later, maybe share another day. Deranged freak shows up to a Charlie Kirk vigil in Boston last night, tears an American flag, and wipes himself with it before throwing it into a group of Charlie supporters with children in attendance. This is the modern Democratic Party right there. Oh. Okay, I gotta get out of here. That's disgusting. It really is. Anyway. Guys, thanks for watching. Love you guys. I wasn't going to come on today, but last night, you know, I saw one of these videos, and I was like, you know what, let me just go on for a few minutes. Usually I don't shut up, so it takes a little longer than just a few minutes. And as I've said before, I'm not viral. I've been doing this for over a year. I get it. Algorithm, whatever it may be. But hopefully sooner or later this will grow, and the production will get better, because little by little, if you watched me long enough, you know I started in my car, my phone, and slowly progressed up to what I'm doing now. It doesn't cost much to do this. You know, it really doesn't. $13, $14 a month, plus an app or two that I pay for to edit stuff and make it at least try to make it entertaining. And for now, streaming on Tres. Rumble. You have Rumble downloaded. Great app to have. I want to run by conservatives. No bullshit. No censorship. YouTube, ScrewTube. You know, and yes, I got to deal with their bullshit. And of course, Facebook. Yes, I got to unmute my videos every day for whatever reasons because they're still with the bullshit. But as I mentioned yesterday, TikTok, I got suspended again. So I'm no longer going to TikTok live anymore. It's with the bullshit. Stay true to the red, white, and blue peoples. Love you guys. I will see you guys on Monday. I know the outro says tomorrow, but I somehow lost a part of that and didn't want to go through the process of redoing it. Who knows? I may come on tomorrow. But we'll see. Please like, share, comment, share more than anything. Subscribe, follow. And as I said, you guys have an amazing weekend. This video is going to go into the outro. It's from Freedom Tunes. Freedom Tunes usually does some really good satire cartoon videos. They've been doing it for a while. This is not a funny one. It's actually a great video they put together. And this is their last one. And I totally get it. I totally agree. Peace out, everyone. Laters! I got to do it that way. I don't know. It's not boring.
I don't feel like laughing this week. And I don't think you do either. He was a father, and that's the part that kills us the most. Because father seems like an increasingly rare title these days. Where are our fathers, our leaders? Who protects our families? Are we going to get justice or words? Will there be discipline or dereliction? His children were left to fend for themselves. Now we find out if our nation is. Will networks of radicals be allowed to keep killing us while they pass laws making it harder for us to defend ourselves? Will we be thrown in prison for protecting ourselves when a robber breaks in? A never-ending duty to retreat in our own home? Because it seems as if every father has been forced to retreat from everything. God the Father removed from our schools. Earthly fathers removed from their homes. Divorces, wars, murder in the streets. Will God stop being a father to this nation because we've rejected fatherhood itself? Will we continue the retreat? Or will we turn around? Back into our homes, back into our children's lives, back into our positions as heads of households, unafraid to take power and exercise authority, political and familial, because our families need us. The political solutions are obvious and necessary. We can't accept anything less. But the personal solutions are equally uncompromising and far more difficult. If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. Speak the truth and never compromise on it. Be the kind of person whose death is celebrated by demons, by doing small things with great love. Because the turning point is here. 9/10 will be remembered as the day that our country reversed course, or the day that America realized it didn't have a father.